So I'm rebuilding this fire. As you can see, the mesh is all gone. And what was happening was, first of all, the coal was running to the back. And then what coal didn't run to the back just dropped through. It was burning really low down. And then with this screen at the front, we were missing all the heat anyway. So I remember seeing a barbecue kit left there, and I found this piece of mesh, and I've doubled it over, and it takes barbecues, so it should take the heat of coals at least for a couple of days. It might last longer, we'll see. But that's what's happened before. There's been a bit of mesh, I don't know if you can see in the corner, but then it's all burnt through over time. And there's just these bars, which are great, but look at the gaps between them. The coal's just dropping through and it's getting hot. Wood's burning through. It's all falling through the floor. So I'm rebuilding this fire. I'm having fun doing it. But look, that was the coal that was all in the bottom, underneath. I don't know if you can see it, the lights, it's very bad here. So I'm losing half my coal. But luckily that was only one day. So I knew it yesterday, but I was just, you know what I mean, I just wanted a fire on. But now I can get a good fire set up, and I'm going to have the brick at the back. Hopefully it don't restrict the smoke. But things that beat or leave come in handy, don't they? Doubled it over, so it's two times, if you get what I mean. So it should do it. Well, we're here anyway. Right, I'll show you the end result. There you go. Look, nice mesh bottom, doubled. I wish that brick was thinner, and then I could kind of section it in. I'll try to square it off all the way around. I think that'll work. It'll work better than it was. Can put them remains of coals in there, so I haven't lost them. I'll search underneath. They'll burn once they get hot. The junk will help to. I found this. I mean, the chocolate wrappers are mine, but the other bits, if it's going to burn, I'll burn it, because it's so annoying. People bring all these bottles in. I mean, I brought a bottle of whiskey over there, only a little one, but I could easily say, well, add it to the collection, but I've carried it in, I'll carry it out. It looks nice, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a pain in the backside having all these bottles there. Doesn't tell you anything, does it? It just tells you everyone drank whiskey. Nice brands though. I've gone through the lot here. Right, so my fire. I've took this as my mission, because when I want it going tonight, I want the heat getting kicked out rather than going down or getting blown up the chimney. So we'll see how it goes. 2:30, and look at the fire, going lovely. Just got started. Smoke's all going out the back, so I don't have to worry about that. Rebel, lie down please. As soon as I start talking, he wants to move around. I'm trying to keep him covered. Hopefully that pushes the heat out better, and obviously I won't lose any coal going down through the grate. So should be a good one. And keep an eye on the smoke, and yeah, it's going all through the back, so that's brilliant. I don't know what's happened here in the past. So it'll get dark about 3:30 at the latest, probably. So we've got an hour to darkness. I'll feed them in a bit. I just want to take the chill out of the room. To be honest, it's not been too bad today. I'd say without the wind chill, it's been 1 or 2 degrees out there. We're still getting snow showers and still getting overcast, but hopefully that'll blow through in the next 24 hours or so. But that's looking good. It's looking a lot better than it was. Nothing worse than carrying a load of coal and wood in, breaking your back doing it, and then finding all the coal running at the back and falling through the grate. We'll see how it does, because I'll be able to check temperatures and see how it progresses. heartwarming, isn't it, seeing a fire like that when you're in a cold Bothy and surrounded in snow. Brilliant. As I say, my hands are not cold. Yesterday my hands were really cold. I think it was due to the previous 24 hours, you know what I mean, being out in snow so long. I didn't seem to be able to warm them up. I had to wear gloves in here. But oh, I'll tell you what did come in handy yesterday was hand warmers. Use them to warm my hands up for about 2-3 hours. Then put them in my socks when I climbed into my sleeping bag. And I got up this morning and they're still lukewarm. So yeah, that's going much better. So I've layered it with kindling and some of that rubbish that I found. Excuse me. Put a layer of coal and then put the wood. Now what I'll do is I'll let that all burn down to it's nice and glowing and like, you know, nice orangey colour, and then I'll just shove a bit of coal on every now and then. If it looks like it's going out, I'll put a piece of wood on top, split it and put it on top, and that catches and that gets the coal going. No point burning through wood and coal at the same time if there's no need. And just keep the fires compact and like that. Don't burn through it like you're shoveling in a fire, what do you call it, steam train or something. Otherwise you're just going to lose a lot of coal and firewood for no reason. The aim is to take the edge off the room and make it, you know, nice. You're not going to get 14-15 degrees in here, not at this time of year. Not unless you had chunks and chunks of firewood. Right, I'll see you later. Update on the fire. It worked. Worked no end. Much better. I can actually feel the heat around here now, which is down here near the edge, and it is pushing it out, heat. It's improved the room by about 2 or 3 degrees, which might not sound much to most people, but when you're in these conditions it makes a big difference. I've got the flash on now, so you're gonna get an artificial look, but I'll turn it off in a minute and you'll get at the end and you'll get an idea of how it looks. But it's hardly needed topping up. There's still a lot of coal at the front there that hasn't burnt, and it's conserved the, you know, the coal and the wood much better, and yeah, it's putting out more heat. So putting the bricks round into a U was brilliant. The grill mesh bottom is perfect. Yeah, very happy. Let's see if I can show you what it really looks like. You'll probably cut off. No, hold on, I'll do it, stop it and then show you what it looks like. You're not going to get much of a look now. I have to put a torch on. That hasn't improved it, has it? But I think you'll get the idea. Glowing like a good one. And that's how I want. You don't want to keep bumping wood on top of that now. It's just pushing out nice heat. When it dies down a bit, and put some more on. You'll conserve your coal, you'll conserve your wood. You'll feel better for it. Right everyone, I'll see you in the morning. God knows what tomorrow's going to... Oh, by the way, before I do go, it's been snowing still. So God knows when this fall's coming. But it's been snowing still and the wind's been going crazy, but for some reason everything's just stopped. I don't know if it's just the weather's having a pause before it starts again, or we might get a turn. I'm hoping sometime tomorrow it starts turning a bit. I mean, normally I wouldn't pray for rain, but I'm actually praying for rain now. So it washes all the snow away. Right, I'll see you in the morning everyone. Good night from us. Welcome to Camp Disaster, day 4. Had to look. But look, I don't know if you can see. Don't look at the views. I don't know if you can see on the window. See water running down? That's not on the inside, that's on the outside. We've got a low front coming in, which is obviously that mild spell, and it's bringing in sleet and slush now. So it's going to wash away. It's going to get milder. See, I don't know if you can see, running down the window. And it's 8:32, but we've had some crazy storms coming in. How these roofs stay on, I don't know. You know what I mean? It must have been, I'm not exaggerating, I know my wind speeds. It must have been 70 miles at least hitting us. The whole roof was creaking and groaning, but it stays on. I know some of them have kind of straps built in. I've seen them, like they have tension straps built into the actual brickwork. Probably this has got the same kind of system, but it's probably in between, we can't see it. But some of the bothies you can go in, you can actually see the straps kind of built in. So that basically means they'd have to lift the whole bothy up to get the roof off. But they're strong buildings. So I've got a fire log on it first, and then I'll use the remaining firewood from last night and a bit of coal just to warm the bothy up. But I must admit, even that feels a bit milder. But yeah, looks like things might be on the change. So I'll keep an eye on this rock, these little rock formation out here, and see how the snow goes. You know, if it melts away, that'd be good. But all I'm seeing is a wet slush now on the window on the outside. I don't know how long this is going to go on for. It'd be nice if we had phases of breaks so we could get out and do some movement. But at the moment it's terrible gusts. It did snow overnight before all this, so we got another 2 inches, believe it or not. But hopefully things are going to change. We shall see. We can pray, can't we? Kept them wrapped up, but every time I wrap them up they keep uncovering themselves like she's doing now. It's like a never-ending job. Right, I got a coffee and some protein bars. Look at that, what a disaster on that tow by. Creaking you can hear is the roof actually creaking under the strain of the wind. It's eased off quite a bit. This is now just constant gust, this is, but before it sounded like a steam train coming down the valley towards us, and it would hit us and then it'd go nice and calm, and then about 2 minutes later another steam train would come and hit us. But this is the front actually going through us now. Just put my hand out, it's raining now. So, excuse me, dust in here is being blown around. That's a good sign. Rain's a good sign. I'm worried about the middle bothy because the door and that was already broken when I got here. So I'm scared to look because I'm scared. The door's obviously been blown open and all that snow's probably blown in, and there's no way of securing the door under these winds. I mean, it's forcing this door open here. So someone had put the bolt across the door, and someone else had come across the door, or it could have been a deer even, and pushed the door and broken where the bolt goes through. So when I arrived it was half open and there was snow blowing in then. So I tried to pull it too, but there's no way of securing it. I ain't got no tools or anything. So I'll have a look later and see what kind of damage has been done. But I will report it to the MBA and let them know. This one's got a sticking door, but I'm going to have a job getting it shut, but I will be able to get this one shut. Again, I'll report this one and let them know, but I'm sure once the drier weather comes, the doors shrink and it'll be fine to open and close. At the moment, there's a gust blowing through a gap somewhere around here, and it's breezy. The wind's finding any little gaps in these brickwork. So it just depends what's going to happen today, if this is going to blow through, or we're going to be Bothy bound. We'll have to do chores, nip out whenever there's a calm spell. I'm hoping tonight it'll be calm, because last night I didn't get very good sleep because all the wind was going crazy and you couldn't ignore it. So it'd be nice to get a good night's sleep. Dogs are fine, they're all wrapped up. I've been up and down, in and out of that sleeper bag over there, putting the covers over them, making sure they're wrapped up, about 400 times last night. Every time you look out, they're uncovered. Stupid. The little one, you won't see it because the light's not very good. She's just amazed by everything, the noises, the sounds, but it's all experience for her. Doing her good. She'll learn a lot from this. Right, gonna have a coffee and just batten down the hatches and wait and see what happens. In this adventure, anything could happen, so let's hope it's nothing bad. Look, she's sitting up watching out the window now. Very good dog, very alert. Just confused by it all at the moment. Sitting and relaxing. Lie down, you. Rogue would like to go out in the rain and get cold and freeze and get hypothermia and die, and then I'd get the blame for everything. But I'm not going to allow her to do it. Hers is frustration. The good thing about this is, you know, we did this crazy 27 miles when it should have been 8. Good thing about it is we've had nothing but rest for since then. We've been really lazy. Stella's recovering. Them two are recharging. I'm nice and relaxed. I've never been cold, I've got to be honest. The only thing is I had cold hands that the second day when I was recovering from being out in the cold. But I was sitting here thinking back at that first day, and one thing I forgot to tell you is that we got to the point where it got dark, and we're probably about 5.5 miles in, not far away, but hadn't reached the rivers yet. And it was blowing a blizzard. It's just like them films, you know, where you see the hiker in the Arctic or whatever with his 2 ski poles. I didn't have my ski poles, I just had the sledge behind me. And the snow's blowing and he's fighting the wind, and he's got his hood up and everything. And I wanted to wear my goggles, but I got a head torch on, so everything would get in the way. But so visibility was that bad, I couldn't even see where I was going at times. But I kept checking on luckily I cheated, I checked on one of my phone apps and could see I was still on the track, so I was fine. And it worked perfectly in them weather conditions, which was good. But as I say, I'd do about 300-400 yards, drop bags off, go back to get the trolley, then pick the trolley up and trudge up through the snow, get to the bags, and do it again and again and again, leapfrog all the way along. And that's what took the 27 miles. But anyway, so it's dark, it's freezing, it's a snowstorm, it's blizzards. And we've been doing this, and the dogs have been brilliant. Every time I go, come on, and you know, like how you treat children. Imagine if you had 2 14-year-olds and you took them camping or something and things turn nasty, and they're sulking and they're sitting there and they're feeling sorry for themselves, and they are feeling cold, and you can see they're going downhill. So what do? You kind of bully them up, you shout at them, you say, come on, keep moving, and you turn it into a game, you know. And that's what I was doing with the dogs. I was saying, come on, I won't swear, but I was saying, swear now, go on, you little sods, you know, get going, run, jog, whatever. And they were, and I go find the bags, and they go racing off ahead of me to the bags, and then we'll go and pick the bags up and then take the bags up to the next step. So I was keeping them moving, and by keeping them moving, I knew that if I let them sit down and lie down and wait for me every time I did this, they would freeze to death, you know, the poor things, because the temperature was that low. As I say, a good -9. That's with the wind chill. It was probably -6 before, but it could have been even colder. I'm just being conservative. But anyway, at one point, it's pitch black, as I say, and there's a blizzard blowing. I'm doing this leapfrogging. Dogs have always been good. I turn around and I look down, and it's just Stella and Rogue. And I thought, oh no, where's Rebel? Don't forget, it's pitch black. I've got a head torch. You can't see more than 10, 15 feet in front of me. So I'm shouting him, no response. And I'm thinking, where has he gone? He's obviously put a track up and seen something or smelt something and gone off. I thought, that's going to be it. That's going to make my day, innit? I've lost my dog in the blizzard. But I didn't panic, because I know that with dogs, when they get lost, as long as you stay on the trail or where you were, they'll come back. What happens is when people lose a dog, they start wandering off. And when the dog comes back, it picks up different scents from where they've gone. And the dog gets confused because it says, well, it should be along here, but my owner's gone over this way. And then the dog gets confused. So all stay where you are. So I was heading towards back to the bags. So I was going along the same trail I'd been on, so I hadn't strayed. Cursing, going, and I kept shouting, no response. And this had gone on for 10, 15 minutes, and I was getting, you know, in my head, I was going, I think he's lost, you know. What am I going to do? What's the plan here? Because if I stay put, we're all going to freeze. If we carry on, I'm going to lose him. So I kept calling, and guess what? Up he comes, running up to me just as I'm getting to the bags. He'd stayed with the bags, so he'd been lazy that one time. Do you know, I've made me mad. But I was so grateful that he was okay. But it just shows, eh? We'd done it 100 times, and I turned around, he was there. But one time he was lazy. He had a rest. Lie down, you two. Lie down. See, they want to go out and do things, but it's just too wet and cold out. Lie down. Rogue, lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Go on. I'll cover you again. Oh, I should go for a drink. Uh-oh, what she picked up. Nearly 10 o'clock, and just like that, God said, we don't need no more wind. We'll turn the wind off. And the wind's tough, just like that. It'll probably come back. I'm just getting this fire roaring, it's been stubborn. So, get this fire warmed up. That warmed the room up a little bit, and then I can get changed into my day gear. And look at these. Do I ever win? Stella's the only good one. Oh, I've got to sort that out. Nice fire that way. Right, finally out. You can see it's all thawing out. All the ice is gone from the sides. It's going to take some time. Over the next 48 hours, hopefully, it'll thaw out quite a lot. Don't worry about them. I'm letting them burn off energy they need to. They've been stuck indoors for so long. I want to see how Stella is. She's looking good. Look at her. She's actually running. So that's good. Get them joints moving. She's looking happy. She's got a smile on her face as such. Good. We'll do several circuits of this. We can go no further because the drifts are so deep. We'll sink up to our waist in some places. Still cold, but there is a difference. You can feel the difference. This is the Bothy I was on about. See, the latch goes across as normal, but see, it's broken down here, so there's nothing to actually attach to, and I've got no tools. There's no tools in the Bothy, and it only goes so far and it stops, so there's nothing restricting it. So I'm going to try and use that brick just to hold it shut so much. But with all that wind, it didn't get in. it blew it open slow. It was about like so when I saw it, which is amazing seeing that wind. It was blowing mine, so it must have been just lucky. So what I'm going to do is say, I'm going to pull that brick up behind it, and hopefully it'll hold it for now, because nothing's going to hold it. The latch ain't going to hold it. As I say, when I arrived here, the snow was as such. Right, let's get on with that. So that's what I've done. Came up with an idea. Put a hook, put a bit of string. If I find some more string, I'll tie some more so it's a better fix, because that'll soon rot. But it won't blow the door open now. Job done. We've got to secure Bothy. It stopped raining. It's the first time there's been no rain, no snow, and no crazy winds. Wow. And some clear sky in the distance there. And it has got milder. You can feel it just on your hands. And let the dogs be rascals. Do normal Bothy chores. Yeah, 2 to 3 inches or 3 to 4 in high ground. I wouldn't class this as high ground where I am standing now. It's about 10 inches, 12 inches. Some places about 2 foot. Beautiful. What are you doing? Guess what I've just found? Yep, not 1 but 2 bags of coal. Unbelievable. They were in a blue holdall. Stop right under there. Oh, sorry, you won't get to see the light. I saw it when I came in. I thought, oh, it's just bags. You know, I saw the carrier bag. I thought it was just a load of carrier bags. What a place to leave coal. So we're going to have a roaring fire now. Right, sort this out. 3 days I've been here and now I found coal. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, eh? That's how much coal. A whole bucket full. 2 bags in a holdall, stuffed right under, out of the way. Would never have guessed. I was just being nosy. I thought, I was sitting having lunch and I thought, I wonder what's in that holdall. Because I never even checked. Because it's stuck out of the way. It's near a barbecue thing. Unbelievable. So we're going to have such a toasty 2 nights now. It's suddenly turned from, you know, a bit chilly to absolutely roaring. And as I say, it was under here. We've got some light. Sorry, that's the dogs flying by. What's under this barbecue tent? Just stuck under there in a holder. I'll leave the holder there. Might come handy for something. My God. Unbelievable, eh? I'm happy now. Woo! Got it on already. Afternoon burnout. Need to do it. Can't be cooped in a Bothy all day. Won't do him any good. It does Stella good as well to be moving about. Stella, leave it. I don't know what you're digging at. I found something there. I don't know what it is. Rogue, leave. Rogue, leave it. She always takes 2 or 3 shouts. Don't know why. Got sunshine over there. But crossing down here. Snow Valley there and home sweet home there. What more could you want? Especially when you just found 2 bags of coal hidden away in the Bothy. We're going to have a roasting fire tonight. I was being careful because I've got enough coal to last us 2 days. But now I found 2 bags, that's like bonus. So we're going to be having a sauna.